pouring out the big bio.
The starting lineup for the visitors, the Utah Jazz. At point guard, Isaiah Collier. At the other guard position, Colin Sexton. At power forward, John Collins. At center, Walker Kessler. At the other forward position, Lowry Markkinen. The head coach of the visitors, Will Hardy. Let's bring out the starters. Your Los Angeles Lakers. At center, 7 feet, number 11, Jackson Hayes. At the small forward position, 6'7", number 17, Dorian Finney-Smith. At guard, 6'5", number 15, Austin Reeves. At point, 6'7", number 77, Luka. Starting at the other ball position, 6'9", number 23, LeBron James.
Welcome, everyone, to NBA basketball on 2K Sports. This is Brian Anderson with Grant Hill and Stan Van Gundy. And out on the sidelines is Allie LaForce. Here's what Utah has lined up on their schedule. On Wednesday, they'll be matching up with LeBron James and the Los Angeles Lakers. And then on Friday, they'll host the Oklahoma City Thunder.
Checking out their schedule, they've got a tough run of games coming up, but quality opponents are a great chance for you to see how well your team can truly perform.
The starters for Utah, Sexton and Markkinen out on the wings. Collins and Kessler there in the middle. And it's Collier in at point guard. And for the Lakers, Jackson Hayes is out there with James. Then it's Luka Doncic. Then it's Austin Reeves. And it's Finney-Smith in at the 3. Well, Grant, when you take a look at this matchup, both these teams feature an impressive backcourt.
No question, B.A. And I get the sense that bragging rights are on the line here. Everything you can do, I can do better. Expect some exciting back-and-forth action in this one.
And there's James from the arc. Nice start for him, sinking his first shot.
They got the ball to the right guy. James, ready to shoot at all times.
Pass to Sexton. Inside. And here's Kessler. Nice start for him, sinking his first shot.
Yeah, well, passing it inside out is always a good idea. You can usually get your teammate a clean look.
Now here's Doncic. And there's James on the assist by Doncic. James has got 6 points.
And one way to stretch a career, taking more shots from outside. LeBron, the ageless one, knows it well.
Sexton misses. Los Angeles has gone 2 of 2 at the perimeter. And slam dunk by James.
It doesn't get much better than that. LeBron putting some muscle on the slam.
First quarter, just over a minute played. Collins passes to Markkanen. James with a steal. Now the Lakers moving it up. The finish! And it's James with the jam.
It all happened in an instant. Turning defense into offense. I love it.
And the speed of that transition score. From take advantage before they can get set.
Oh, a high flyer. Collins playing above the rim and then coming down with force.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, Allie LaForce.
I did briefly speak with J.J. Redick, and I took the time to ask him about his strategy for Lauri Markkanen, and he said, we know he's going to hit big shots and be physical on the floor, but we're going to make him work for everything tonight. I hope he can test every shot that he takes. Hope and hard work. Can't ask for more than that, guys.
All right, Allie, thanks once again. Utah shooting their first free throws of the night right here.
2 shots.
And he makes a first. Well, Stan, since trading Rudy Gobert and Donovan Mitchell in 2022, the Utah Jazz have done some reshaping of their roster.
Yeah, and Brian, it's clear that they're not done. The tinkering continues. They're going to continue to move pieces around until they find what they think can become a championship contending team.
So he gets them both. Here in the first quarter with about 2 minutes gone by. Kessler with a rebound.
Well, that one should be in his wheelhouse, but just off the mark.
Markkanen outside. Kessler a screen. It's rebounded by Los Angeles. They're moving on after a tough loss they took at the hands of the Pacers.
Yeah, they know they should have played better in that one. I'm not quite sure what happened.
Yeah, look, that's not the kind of performance they would have liked. But the one good thing about this league, the next game's always right around the corner.
And again, the Lakers, no good. That's trail by 4. Markkanen, the pass to Collins. To the middle. Pass to Collier. Puts up a 3. Nails it from beyond the arc. Collier's got 5 points.
Yeah, if Kessler keeps passing the ball like that, he will be dangerous.
And there's the foul. It's on Colin Sexton. That's his first foul of the game.
That's his first personal foul. First team foul.
And here's James, coming off a 22-point game against Indiana.
And his free throw numbers tell you a lot about his performance. He was very aggressive.
Well, when you have a guy scoring like he is, you redraw every play to be about getting him the ball.
And so Will Hardy calls for the timeout. He wants a few moments to regroup with his players.
All Laker fans, time to cheer on your Lakers hype squad. Let me hear you right now. On the floor, your hype squad. Who wants the t-shirt? I can't hear you.
Now let's take a look which point guards are leading this season in rebounding. Second, Luka Doncic.
And even if rebounding isn't a point guard's top priority, a lot of the great ones in NBA history were productive on the boards.
Yeah, and it speaks to how well-rounded a lot of today's point guards are. It's not just about orchestrating, it's about doing the dirty work too.
Just under 3.5 minutes elapsed here in the first quarter. Here's Collier. He's got 5. Boy, clanks that one off the back iron and it falls. Collier's got 7 points in the game. And here's Doncic. He'll bring it up for the Los Angeles Lakers. Outside, Finney-Smith. That one falls. Great setup by Doncic. Doncic has got 4 assists in the game.
You can tell Doncic trusts his teammates. He'll get them looks and doesn't insist on doing everything himself.
For 3, Sexton. It's Hayes with the rebound.
It's tough to get open in this league, and when you do, it hurts not to capitalize.
Finney-Smith passes to Hayes. James deciding where to go with it. Doncic against Kessler. Clock at 6. 3-pointer. The shot by Reeves, no good. Jazz trail by 4. Here's Collier. 7 points in the game. For 3, Collins. And Reeves pulls it down. Angeles has gone 3 of 6 shooting from beyond the arc. Doncic outside. And he lobs it up and finished off by Hayes.
You know, the instincts of Luka Doncic are second to none. Such a natural playmaker.
Here's Collier. Checking his stats. He's scoring around 9.5 points per game. Finney-Smith pulls it in. James with the ball. Picked up by Collins. Chalk up 2 there. 14 points for him.
They're not messing around. 5 of their last 6 buckets have come from the interior.
Here's Collier, guarded by Doncic. Here's Collier to stop the run. That one's off. He's 2 for 3 in the game. From deep, Reeves. Sexton grabs the board. Jazz trail by 8. And remember, despite a great start to his career, Colin Sexton was traded after his 4th year, Coach.
Yeah, well, Brian, seems like everybody gets traded at some point now, and Sexton has responded well to that deal. He understands it's not personal, it's a business. He deserves a lot of credit for what he's done.
Well, 2 sides to that coin, too. The team that traded you, there's also a team that wanted you in trade.
So true.
And when we talk about franchise players, guys who can carry a team, Luka Doncic is one of the few guys in that category.
2 shots.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And he knocks down the first one. This is that grinded out part of the year, Grant. Everyone just fighting through it.
No question, B.A. And it's not just physically exhausting. You're trying to focus on every game, every possession. This is where your leaders can help keep everyone focused.
Filipowski, he's checked in for Utah. Doncic hits them both.
And Doncic is a walking triple-double threat. His versatility and confidence is really special.
They're searching for a way to score.
Yeah, buckets have been very tough to come by.
And we've got a timeout called by Will Hardy. A moment to rest and confer on the game plan.
We need to rise up, get loud, the Lakers. showing some love on the Laker Girls dance team.
The Lakers on D. It's a 10-point game. Pass to Collier. And there's the screen. To end the drought. Shot is good. Off the back rim and in. Collier's got 9 points. And so it's Doncic with it. He brings it up for the Lakers. Squares up and sinks it.
And their offense looking like a well-oiled machine.
Jazz trail by 10. Pass to Kessler. Here's Collier. Oh, nice finish from the low block. That one's good. 11 points in the game.
Well, there's no question he's carrying the load in this quarter, but he's going to need some help.
Here's Doncic. Looking off the crossover.
They're really working the paint now.
Utah's gone 1 for 5 from three-point range. A cold start. Outside Sexton. Pass to Collier. Down low. From 10 feet away. That one off the back iron and out.
Yeah, not at his most efficient this quarter. He's got to work on finding high percentage shots.
Out to James. From deep, Reeves. Utah grabs the miss.
He's lost his rhythm completely this quarter, but he's determined to stay after it.
James with a steal. Doncic feeling it out a bit. Outside Reeves. On the wing, Finney-Smith. And it's Reeves with the three.
And they're behind right now because they're failing to play quality defense. It's that simple.
Here's Collier, guarded by Doncic. And finished off by Kessler.
Well, it doesn't take much for Kessler to catch that lob and slam it home.
The Lakers lead by 11. Doncic outside. James outside. Here's Finney-Smith. Misses the three.
Finding space on the perimeter, but he couldn't capitalize.
Here's Collier. He's got 11. Back to Markkanen. To the paint. Pass to Filipowski. Just 4 to shoot. Puts up a deep three. It's rebounded by Los Angeles. Hayes has got 4 rebounds in the game. Doncic outside. Now here's Reeves. The shot is good. Doncic making the play. Reeves has got his second bucket of the night.
Backing up that last three with another three. The defense has to stop giving them so many clean looks.
Pass to Sexton. Kessler, a screen on Reeves. The three from Sexton. Nails it. And he's 1 for 5 with that one.
Exchanging buckets from downtown. That's been a staple of tonight's game.
Yeah, sometimes you get in a shootout like this, but you just hope that you can get a stop first.
Now here's Doncic. 32 points for him last game against Indiana.
And his court vision was sensational as well. He was making all the right decisions.
All right, let's get a report from Allie.
Hey, Brian. The Jazz are making progress. Coach Will Hardy said this team has shown grit and character and has developed a lot of confidence. When we're going through game preparations, the players walk away knowing if they do certain things, they can win. That's a big step in the right direction.
A bright future, Allie. Thank you.
Man, they're having a hard time defending the triple. That's 3 in a row.
Pass to Kessler. Here's Collier. It's stolen by Doncic. Fast break. Here come the Lakers. And there's the lob. And stolen by Markkanen. To the inside. Here's Collier, guarded by Doncic. Collier, no good.
So far, rebounding has been a focal point for them.
The basket drops, and he gets fouled on the shot. One free throw coming his way.
And they're really attacking the paint with a fury.
Let's get a quick check of the scoring breakdown here for the Lakers.
Well, the thing about hitting early threes, it spaces the floor and makes things a lot easier offensively.
And also, the coaching staff has to love the hustle so far. Just playing with great energy, getting out and converting in transition.
That's good from Doncic. We've got 1:08 left in the opening quarter. Clarkson against Reeves. And it's Clarkson missing. Los Angeles leading by 17. Doncic right side. On the wing, Hachimura. Off the mark there with a three. The Jazz shooting about 40% in the early stages of this game. Blocked! Doncic against George. 29 seconds left in the opening quarter. Doncic with it. Guarded now by George.
What a way to begin this game. Dominating at both ends of the floor.
Obviously, guys, brilliant coaching. A perfect game plan.
Jazz trail by 19. Boy, they need something to go to regain some confidence.
No question. Way too many empty possessions for them.
And it's Clarkson missing.
Not really what we expected. You know he wants that one back.
Doncic outside. Good if it goes. No good on the buzzer beater. And so it's the Los Angeles Lakers out in front by 19 going into the break. They've had incredible success defensively, taking away good looks and pressuring shooters. Time for a quick break, then back to if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. Guys, the Lakers enjoying a nice lead here.
Well, I think it's pretty obvious they were well prepared defensively coming in.
KYP, know your personnel. So far, good attention to the scouting report.
Jazz trail by 19. They've got Connect. He's out there with Rui Hachimura, and it's Goodwin in at the 2. That's the group for the Lakers to kick off the second quarter. Now here's Clarkson. Still no points, and the bucket is good.
A real source of instant offense. Clarkson is not shy when it comes to shooting the ball.
The 16th pick in last year's draft, Keontae George was thrown right into the fire his rookie season, Stan.
Yeah, down the stretch, he was basically handed the keys to the offense at the point guard position. He may take some lumps, but his talent level is evident.
Now here's George. 11 points for him last game against the Clippers in Los Angeles. And the foul on Gabe Vincent. That's his first foul of the game.
That's his first personal foul. First team foul.
Now here's George. He's covered by Vincent. Launches it. And the foul is called. He missed it, so he's got a couple of free throws coming his way. It's on Rui Hachimura.
Forcing the issue inside. Collins is hard to handle.
Utah shooting their third and fourth free throw attempts of the game.
Taking 2 shots.
That free throw, no good. Stan, you started as an assistant in the NBA back in 1995. Now, all of these years later, for a coach, what's been the biggest change, you think?
Well, I think the biggest change, Brian, has been that we don't practice as much. There's much less time spent on the court with your team. It's more done in terms of film and individual work and not 5-on-5 type practice like it was back in 1995.
You mean to say we're talking about practice?
That's exactly right.
Now here's Hachimura. No points yet. Pure from three-point range. And the Lakers lead by 19.
And the defense is really allowing them too much room on the perimeter.
It's George on the wing. He's covered by Vincent. Pass to George. 5 to shoot. Played it in with a nice touch off the window.
And just muscling it in, George, very aggressive.
The Lakers lead by 17. Vincent with the ball. He's coming off a 10-point game against Indiana. Here's Koloko. Intercepted. George with it. Vincent picks him up. George, no good.
And they're +5 on the boards after that rebound.
Pass to connect. Hachimura outside. Inside. Here's Goodwin. And a little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second quarter. Clarkson outside. It's George on the wing. That doesn't go either for George.
When the defense is playing off you like that, you want to be able to convert. But that time, he just couldn't get it done.
Vincent passes to Goodwin. Here's Connect. No points so far. Hachimura outside. The Lakers with another miss. And so it's George with it. He brings it up for the Jazz. In the second quarter, they've given up just 3 points. Pass to Clarkson. It's deflected. And these are the best teams this season when it comes to converting points off turnovers. The Lakers, #1.
And when you turn it over against these guys, they make you pay for it. They lead the league in points off turnovers.
Well, Stan, former second-round pick Jordan Clarkson, he's averaged double-digit scoring every season.
Yeah, Brian, he's done it primarily as a sixth man. He actually already ranks among the top 10 in all-time points scored off the bench, and he's still moving up the ladder.
It is interesting that he prefers to come off the bench.
Yes, some guys do. Well, look, Clarkson is a great guy to have in your lineup simply due to his versatility.
All right, the Jazz making a change here. Martin's checked in. Now here's Vincent. Right now averaging 5.5 a game. And the basket by Hachimura.
The assist numbers certainly stand out. They've really emphasized ball movement here today.
George for 3. And so far in this one, 2 for 4.
And there's a nice rhythm to his three-point shot. You know, George has a confident stroke.
And it's Vincent off the drive. Koloko. And he bangs it home with one hand.
B.A., the one-hand dunk just looks so fluid.
Yeah, and absolutely. Even smooth when he's powering it home like that. Jazz trail by 16. Clarkson outside. It's stolen away. Fast break. Here come the Lakers. Shot is good by Goodwin. Goodwin's got 5 points now in the quarter.
And I think that play tells you everything you need to know. They're simply playing at a higher level, getting a steal and turning it into quick points.
Now here's George. He's got 5. And George with the jam.
Wow, Keontae George flashing those handles. Nasty stuff.
Now Vincent, still without a bucket. On the shot clock, Hachimura with a screen on George. Vincent can't hit.
That was a good look from the mid-range. He'd like to have that one back.
Now here's Clarkson. 14 points for him last game against the Clippers.
And he did a ton of damage from the line. Asserted play and consistent free throw shooting can be a huge difference maker.
To the wing, right side. Pass to connect. Down low, Hachimura. Some solid defense from Martin. Jazz trail by 16. On the wing, Clarkson. Nails it from 3. Clarkson's got 7.
Well, after a silent first quarter, this is who they needed him to be. This is why you never count a guy out.
And so J.J. Redick calls for the timeout. We might see him looking to make some tweaks to the strategy here.
It's time, everyone. Let's hear it for your Lakers girl.
He's checked in for Los Angeles. Reeves comes in for Goodwin. Kessler, he's checked in for Utah. Lauri Markkanen comes in for Hendricks. The Lakers lead by 13. To the left side wing. Has to connect. He takes it in. Oh, the teardrop falls in.
They have no answer defensively inside.
For Utah, they've gotten over 50% of their shots to go. 5 for 9 in the second. George passes to Markkanen. Just bullies his way in. Lauri Markkanen.
Yeah, he's not just a perimeter shooter. Markkanen will take it right at you.
Here's Reeves. There's the drive. Now shooting 50% for the game. He's 4 for 8.
And just executing at a high level. I mean, taking what the defense allows and putting in the work.
Yeah, come on. They're just having their way out there and continuing to press the advantage.
Now here's Markkanen. He had a 21-point outing in their last game against the Clippers. To the middle. And he takes the feed in stride and slams it home.
Well, scouts were buzzing about Connect's ability to attack the rim with a ton of ferocity. Now we see it in person.
Kessler, a screen on Reeves. From 11 feet away, and it's Koloko with a rebound.
Well, you win and lose as a team, so the fact that they're trailing isn't all on him. But with that said, he's had a rough shooting.
James can't get it to go.
Given his range, you'd expect him to capitalize on that opening.
George with the bucket. George has got 9 points.
Well, he's been able to find points, just not enough of them. They've got to string together some more buckets.
And here's James. 14 points for him. To the paint. Pass to Vincent. 4-3. Knocks down the triple. Vincent's gotten himself going with a triple. His first basket of the game.
And you see the awareness Connect has a good understanding for when his guys are open.
Here's Filipowski. And Reeves pulls it down. Reeves has got 4 rebounds in the game. And here's Vincent. James outside from deep. Reeves. Utah grabs the miss.
Well, he started out with 3 triples in the first quarter, but he hasn't been able to connect from distance here in the second.
And George with the basket on the assist by Filipowski. George has got 11 points in the quarter. Los Angeles leading by 16. Here's James. Oh, Kessler with the block.
Oh, big Walker Kessler. That is how you use your size.
Reeves against Clarkson. Pass to Kessler. 6 to shoot. The Jazz need to get one up in a hurry. Clarkson for 3. And it's Connect with a rebound.
And you have to think that they're leading this game because of how they've controlled the boards tonight.
And it's James with the jam.
Yeah, no doubt about it. LeBron is in attack mode tonight. He's looking to score every time he touches the ball.
And we've got a timeout called by Will Hardy. He wants to make sure everybody's on the same page.
The next dancer. Let's see those dance moves.
The Jazz making a switch here. And a look now at some of the league's impact players, the top 3-point shooters at small forward. Oh, you look at Finney Smith. Boy, what a gifted shooter he is from way out there.
These guys show unbelievable consistency shooting the 3. It's not the only skill they have, but it helps make them extremely dangerous.
Well, it really shows you the evolution of the 3 spot. Wings often have a more 3 and D focus now.
They're punishing those late defensive rotations, getting good looks inside throughout the half.
And here's Doncic. He'll bring it up for Los Angeles. Earlier in the game, they led by 19. Now, here is James. He's got 16. Stan, you've coached some great defensive anchors in your time. Who do you view as the best in the game today?
Well, Brian, you probably have to start with Rudy Gobert, but we've got guys like Brook Lopez, Jaren Jackson, Anthony Davis, and then we've got 2 young ones coming up that could be as good as we've seen in Wemby and Chet Holmgren.
The first free throw is good.
The versatility of James remains so impressive. He does so many things so well.
Both free throws good from James. Jazz trail by 18. Collins outside. Markkanen outside. No good on the 3.
They really have a commanding lead, not just in points, but in rebounds as well.
Out to James. And here's Reeves outside. Another score. His 5th make out of 10 tries.
They've been pretty lax with their perimeter defense, giving up a lot of 3-pointers.
Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Allie LaForce.
Brian, Lauri Markkanen's shooting stroke at 7 feet tall had former Mavericks coach Rick Carlisle comparing him to dirt. Lauri said it feels good to hear that because he's obviously a Hall of Famer, but there's still a long way to go, and it gives me more motivation to keep getting better. He's not getting a big head, Brian.
No, he's not, and that's the way you have to approach it to be great. Thanks, Allie.
And look, Sexton's lack of size has never prevented him from mixing it up down low.
Ooh, poked away and stolen by Markkanen. And the officials called goaltending, so they'll award the basket.
Yeah, it was just a little late. I mean, he thought he got there, but the ref saw it otherwise.
And we have to take another look at that block.
Yeah, just some terrific effort there. And you know the whole team will get an energy boost off a block like that one.
Here's Doncic. He's got 9. We've got 1:13 left in the second period. James can't get it to go.
Well, so far, he hasn't had the same luck from deep in this quarter.
Pass to Collier. Down low. Outside Sexton. Shot clock at 6. From outside the arc. They get it again. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2. That one on Doncic.
Tight defense against Kessler. Maybe a little too tight.
It's his first trip to the line.
Kessler at the line for 2.
And he can't get the first one.
Getting themselves to the line this quarter is a good way to get their offense rolling.
And he sinks the second.
And Kessler is just a steady, reliable big man because he shoots a good percentage and defends the rim well.
Now here's Doncic, an elite offensive player, averaging just over 33 a game. Shoots over Collier. And once again, off the mark by Los Angeles. Jazz trail by 16. 7-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Outside Sexton. Back to Collins. Let's go with a 3. It's Hayes with the rebound. Hayes has got his 6th rebound on the night. Doncic with it. 9 points in the game. Pass to James. From down in the low post, it goes. James has got 6 here in the quarter.
And he was dominant in their last outing. And the same thing here tonight. He is in a terrific mood right now.
Yeah, for sure. He is just oozing confidence. Thinks every shot is going in. They should just keep running sets for him.
And so it's the Los Angeles Lakers feeling confident. 18-point lead to end that quarter. Tough to run with them. They get the ball up the court so fast. Back to the game after this break.
Hello and welcome. LeBron James in the spotlight again. He has been getting it done.
Well, this is nothing new. LeBron James wreaking havoc. A lot of these young players grew up watching him do this. Now they get to experience it firsthand.
I'm going to go out on a limb here, but I'd say they'd much rather watch him dominate than experience it. And moving on to some awards, these are the 2 players of the week in their respective conferences. Looking at the East, Cade Cunningham.
When it comes to running the offense, he's been exceptional, making smart play calls and setting the tempo.
He is definitely the leader they need him to be, and the production speaks for itself. And that's it for halftime. Thank you for joining us. We send you back to Brian Anderson for the start of the third quarter.
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. You know, LeBron James has been exceptional here, guys.
What makes him an exciting player is the ultra-aggressive mindset that we saw over and over in the first half.
Yeah, he hasn't been settling. He's getting to the rim, and that's him at his best.
And it's Utah with the ball. They trail by 18. Kicking off the second half. Here's Will Hardy's 5. Collins and Kessler there in the middle. Sexton and Markkanen out on the wings. And it's Collier in at the 1. Oh, a nice shot by Collins.
Well, not what you'd call a volume shooter from 3, but Collins can hit.
Now here's Doncic. Defense is right there. Markkanen against James. Pass to Finney-Smith. Here's the 3. It's hauled in by Collier.
Just enough of a shot contest to bother him.
Now Collins. Markkanen from long range. Doncic grabs the miss. Doncic has got 5 rebounds in the game. The Lakers lead by 15. And for a scorer as prolific as Markkanen, he doesn't need the ball in his hands too often.
So many of his scores come off assists. So just a great sense of when to get into space and become available.
Here's Collier. The Lakers getting their last shot to go. Pass to Sexton. Blocked! James against Sexton. Outside Reeves. Here's Finney-Smith. And the 3 off target. Jazz trail by 17. And the call will be against Austin Reeves. That's his first foul.
That's his first personal foul.
It's time to take a glance again at that superb block.
Amazing indeed. And getting stops like that only encourages him to keep attacking on the offensive end.
Just a little over 90 seconds gone in the third quarter. Pass to Sexton. Now here's Kessler. He's defended by Hayes. Kicks it out to Markkanen. Takes the 3. So confident from range. Markkanen.
Well, Markkanen keeps the defense off balance with the quick trigger.
And we're just about 2 minutes into the final half of play now. The ball's knocked loose, and it's out of bounds. The Lakers able to retain possession here. Already it's February. Let's see how things look out west. Taking a look at Los Angeles, they have looked in control all season long. Aren't showing any signs of taking their foot off the gas anytime soon. And, of course, the Jazz, far behind in the standings.
When I look at the Lakers, I think they're the team you dread having to play. I mean, they've been performing at just about their best in every game so far this season.
Well, if you're able to strike fear into your opponent before even stepping on the floor, you're doing something right.
And here's Doncic outside. Knocked away.
I can't believe he missed that 3. Regardless, that's not a shot the defense should be giving him.
They get it back. Kessler. And a nice finish on the layup. Kessler's got 9.
Well, Kessler to the rescue, using his size to win the rebound, and then quickly going on the attack himself.
Now here's Doncic. 11 points in the game. Pass to James. Rebound, Utah. Markkanen's got 6 rebounds here tonight. The 3 from Sexton. Sends it home from three-point land. Give him 8 points now.
Solid from deep. Sexton is a guy you want taking those.
Out to James. There, LeBron for 3.
And both teams running long-range plays that are working.
Well, you know it's become a three-point shooting league. Teams shooting a steady diet from outside.
And so Will Hardy calls for the timeout. Coach wants to speak to his guys, maybe alter some of the game plan.
Laker fans, put your hands together. Make some noise for your Lakers hype team. Attention fans, all sports is a squad. Get out and let's hear it. It's now time for our T-shirt giveaway. Let's hear you get loud.
Well, you'd rather not put these guys on the line. The top free throw shooting teams in the last month. Los Angeles, second.
And looking at last month, this team really got it done from the charity stripe. Whenever you foul them, they made sure to make you pay for that mistake.
Third quarter of basketball here. A little under 3.5 minutes gone by. And that one's good. Markkanen.
Yeah, look, you know Markkanen has this kind of range. That defense has got to get out on him.
Shakes him. Oh, Luka, like a bull in there.
He is torching a defense that simply has no answers for him.
Jazz trail by 14. Pass to Kessler. Markkanen outside. Clock at 6. Kessler against Hayes. For 3, Sexton. Doncic pulls down the board. Doncic has got 6 rebounds now in the game. Pass to James. Doncic up top. 13 points in the game. From behind the arc. Rebound, Utah. Here's Markkanen. Give him 8. Here's Kessler. He's defended by Hayes. It's Markkanen on the wing. And the three-pointer goes. Markkanen's got 9 points now in the second half.
In full-on catch-up mode. They're raining threes right now.
Doncic throwing his weight around.
Well, he's been very efficient in this quarter. Keep getting him the ball.
Jazz trail by 13. Pass to Collins. To the middle. Puts it up. And Markkanen gets it to go on the assist by Collins. Markkanen's got 11 points in the quarter.
Well, they're still losing, but it's not because of him. He's been lights out this quarter.
And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line.
That's his first personal foul.
You were there, Stan, in Miami at the inception of Heat culture. Give us a taste of it.
Well, it's a little bit overblown in one way, in that everyone basically wants people who work hard and get in shape and compete. The difference maybe with the Heat is they just have a lower tolerance for players who don't meet their standards.
That one falls, so he hits both of them. Here's Collier. 13 points in the game. On the wing, Sexton. Markkanen left side. Pass to Collier. Kessler a screen. The 15-footer. And he didn't get quite enough under that one. And so it's James with it. He brings it up for Los Angeles. Doncic outside. And they doubled up Doncic. Here's Finney-Smith. That falls. Nice feed that time from James. James has got his 3rd assist of the night. Here's Collier, guarded by Doncic. And he lobs it up to the rim. Out of bounds. Los Angeles will have it.
Defense will take that miscommunication. Not even close.
Utah making a switch here. The Lakers lead by 16. Outside Reeves. Three-pointer, no good. The Jazz have gotten 7 of 12 shots to drop in the 3rd. George outside. Three-pointer. It's rebounded by Los Angeles. Reeves has got 5 rebounds in the game. Doncic on the wing. Collins defending. On the wing, Finney-Smith. The Lakers with another miss.
Well, despite his lack of efficiency, the team has put together a good offensive effort tonight.
Pass to Collins. Here's Hendricks. He's covered by Reeves. Collins, the open look. And off the left side of the rim, it swirls in for him. Collins has got 8.
Well, when you're not right up on Collins, he senses that, and he can make you pay off the catch.
The shot by James, no good.
And I'm surprised that didn't go down. I mean, I'm sure he is too.
Back to George. Pass to Collins. Inside, here's Kessler. It's Hayes with the rebound. Hayes has got rebound number 8 now. Double team on James. Doncic passes to Hayes. The 3. And it's Doncic missing. Jazz trail by 14. Here's Sexton. James with the block.
Oh, LeBron with suffocating defense. He can still get it done.
From deep, Reeves. He hits again. 7 for 13 and looking confident. All right, guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for Los Angeles.
Well, I love how connected they've been defensively. They're right into shooters and piling up blocked shots.
They're also finding a lot of points tonight off of transition play, running the floor and using the fast break to beat the defense.
James can't get it to go.
Well, the defense catches a break there. You expect him to make those.
And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Reeves.
Nice deflection there. Really trying to disrupt their offensive flow.
Yeah, there's nothing easy on offense. Coaches love seeing that kind of hustle on the defensive end.
Filipowski, he's checked in for John Collins. Out left to the wing. Kessler down low. He got a piece of it. Doncic outside. Got a piece of it. Out to Hachimura. This one for 3. The shot is good. Doncic making the play. Hachimura's got 5.
Well, when you have a scorer as skilled as he is, you do everything you can to get him the looks he needs.
George passes to Kessler. Puts the move on. And he takes it up and lays it in. 11 points in the game.
Well, you know, this is where Kessler mostly looks to score. Great work inside.
Doncic finds Reeves. Launches a 3. Rebounded by the Jazz. Kessler's got 12 rebounds here tonight. Big time effort. Kicks it to George. Pass to Hendricks. Outside Sexton.
2 minutes remaining in the third.
Shot clock at 5. Tipped. Here we go, one-on-one. Here's Hachimura. And count that. 2 points and a chance for one more at the line.
Great recognition. Understanding that that one is all him.
Yeah, beating everyone up the floor and finishes off the break.
Martin, he's checked in for Utah. Clarkson comes in for Sexton. And the Jazz with possession here. It's an 18-point game. Here's Filipowski. Nice assist and nice finish. Solid play all the way around. Filipowski's gotten his first bucket of the night. And they've been moving the ball really well tonight.
Good things come to those who take good shots.
Here's Reeves. And once again, off the mark by Los Angeles. Jazz trail by 16. Knocks it loose. And it's the Lakers on the break. And that one goes in as he's fouled. It'll be 3 points if he converts the free throw.
At the line for Los Angeles, Koloko. Shooting 1.
If they keep hitting free throws at this clip, it'll help them seal the deal.
Utah is shooting pretty well at 45%. Pass to Martin. Here's George. Again with the block.
A defensive stalwart so far. That's 6 blocks.
Protecting the rim well. Love the hustle. 4 on the clock. And he's going for the oop here. The shot by Filipowski, no good. And Doncic has got the ball here for the Lakers. There's 38 seconds left in the third quarter here. Hachimura outside. Doncic passes to Reeves. And another dime for him.
That makes 15 assists.
He has been one step ahead of the defense all game long. Clarkson outside. And it's Koloko with a rebound. Now Hachimura. Here's Doncic. And Doncic with the jam.
They're really dictating the tempo on both ends of the court.
Absolutely. They're playing their game and executing at a real high level. Everything is working for them right now.
Austin Reeves has been on display for Los Angeles. Continued to rack up points in that quarter. His total for the night to 23. We'll be right back. And while we have a chance, let's go to our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, just shredding the defense with that feed. Zero chance to stop that.
Now that is an elite level dish. What a great passer.
Well, there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. Rui Hachimura is out there with Connect. Then it's Gabe Vincent, and it's Goodwin in at the shooting guard. That's who's in the game for the Lakers. Here's Connect. Hachimura outside for 3. It's rebounded by Hendricks. Martin, the pass to George. Here's Filipowski. Yes, and it's George picking up the assist.
A growing aspect of George's game. He's working to become a strong facilitator.
Pass to Koloko. Vincent up top. Here's Connect. Back to Vincent. Here's Connect. Vincent outside. The 3 is up. Rebound, Utah. Martin's got his 5th rebound in this one. Los Angeles leading by 22. Vincent outside. Well, Stan, you coach some lockdown defenses. With the way the game is officiated these days, is it getting too hard to defend?
Well, it's certainly frustrating. You've heard defenders saying everything is a foul. We might need to redefine incidental contact.
Here's Connect, driving inside.
Yeah, just a strong finish. Dalton Connect, not to be denied.
Connect. One shot.
You see the upside in a rookie like Dalton Connect. He's got a good build and dynamic offensive skill set. Some improvements around defense, and he'll be a solid addition to any lineup.
George passes to Clarkson. Looking to get it going. Got a hand on it. Vincent outside. Hachimura outside. To the inside, Koloko. Pass to Connect. Here's Goodwin. He's covered by Clarkson. Here's Connect. And he makes no mistake. Slam dunk.
Well, Connect isn't a speedster on the drive, but there's some real muscle behind his motion.
Two minutes gone by here in the fourth. Now here's Clarkson. The three is up. Offensive board. George outside. No good on the triple. Los Angeles has gone 0 for 2 from outside here in the fourth quarter. Pass to Koloko. Hachimura with the ball. And it's Martin with the rebound. Martin's got rebound number 7 tonight. Now here's Clarkson. Releases. And it's Clarkson again missing.
Yeah, he's just not himself right now. He's getting decent opportunities like this one, but just failing to convert.
Here's Koloko. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
I'll tell you what, it's good to be his age.
Yeah, I don't have memories like that at my age, though. The Jazz have gotten only 1 of 5 to fall here in the fourth. Here's Clarkson. And again, unable to change momentum here. For Los Angeles, they've gotten 3 of 7 attempts in this fourth quarter to fall. Inside, here's Koloko, and he slams it in one-handed.
I love the throwback basketball. Work it down low and set up your teammate.
And here's Clarkson. They need something good to happen here.
Yeah, they've gone way too long without a score.
Good work there as it goes.
Nice little shake there from Clarkson to open up the D and get a score.
We played just over 3.5 minutes now in the fourth quarter. Vincent with the ball. Oh, there's the alley! And an emphatic jam on the lob.
And how sweet was that play?
Pinpoint pass, set up the alley-oop flush. And so it's George with it. He brings it up for Utah. Pass to Clarkson. Well, you look at the so-called super teams that have been assembled in recent years. A lot of cautionary tales.
Yeah, I mean, teams giving up their draft picks for the better part of a decade to bring in a star. It can get ugly really fast if things don't work out.
Now here's Vincent. Hachimura outside. To the left wing. Here's Connect. And there's a whistle. He'll head to the line to shoot 2.
And because of his energy and physicality, Connect draws a lot of contact out there.
At the line for Los Angeles, Connect. 2 shots.
And the first one at the line is good. And a new group getting ready for Utah. Kessler, he's checked in for Martin. Markkanen comes in for Hendricks. Sexton's checked in for Clarkson. And it's Collier in for George. That one misses. And one of the findings in a recent league report, Stan, back-to-backs, not a major risk for injury, it seems.
Well, you know, Brian, I had a expected tell me that his preference would be to play 41 back-to-backs during the year, because then you get 2 days off in between games. That really what was harder was playing every other day and never getting a break of a couple of days. So, look, you have to play through a lot of different situations and things, but I think back-to-backs are certainly overestimated.
Interesting. Something to consider for sure. And Utah has possession following the score by Los Angeles. And he's going for the lob and finished off by Kessler.
Truly outdoing himself on the offensive end. You wish Kessler always attacked this relentlessly.
Now Vincent. Pass to Coloco. Here's Connect. 5 on the clock. The Lakers got to get one up. Late clock. On target from range. Connect's got 9 points now in the second half.
Well, when you look at what he's provided them on the offensive end, it's been an important part of why they're leading.
Markkanen looking it over. Deflected.
Nice rebound. Trying to match the other team's intensity right now.
Pass to Connect. And a vital mission for the NBA, mental health. Commissioner Silver has said it's the most important issue for the league.
And I applaud Adam for those comments he's made about it. I mean, the season is so difficult. It can really take a toll on your mind. So it's great the league is trying to help players out through this.
Yeah, they want more playmaking from Markkanen. That's the next step in his game.
Los Angeles has gone 1 for 3 in the fourth quarter from range. Here's Vincent. Hachimura outside. Here's Goodwin. Check by Sexton. Shot is good by Goodwin.
Nice execution by the offense, generating a good look.
Pass to Kessler. Right wing. Outside Sexton. And here's Markkanen. Good. And that makes him 6 for 9. A quality game for him so far.
Yeah, you have to give him a lot of credit here. He's turned things around after a disappointing first half.
Here's Connect. It's guarded by Markkanen. Pass to Hachimura. Here's Goodwin. Over Sexton. Goodwin, no good.
Well, when they're playing off you, you have to make them pay. And he couldn't.
And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws. You know, Grant, looking at the career of Colin Sexton, he had a huge third season, averaged 24 a game.
Yeah, B.A., and unfortunately, Colin hurt his knee early during his 4th year. Had season-ending surgery, but we've seen Sexton make a full comeback and just a dynamic scoring guard.
Coach, what's the challenge of NBA travel like?
Well, look, all of us in the NBA just have to come clean on this. We travel on first-class charters. We're taken care of as well as you can possibly be taken care of. It's just that there's a lot of travel in an NBA season, and if you're on the coast, you probably feel it a little bit more even than the teams in the middle of the country.
Now, here is James. Kleba with a screen. Oh, a clear foul there on the missed shot. So he'll get a pair at the line.
You know, there were some who questioned his ability at this level. Bronny starting to earn every minute he's getting.
He's off on the first. He hits the second from the line. The Jazz have gotten 6 of their 13 shots to go. Outside Sexton. To the paint. Pass to Collier. Now here's Collins. And out of bounds. Los Angeles will have it.
Los Angeles ball.
The Lakers have gotten 8 of 13 shots to find the basket in the fourth quarter. And here is Vanderbilt. And Grant, with the 65 games rule for player awards, it did seem there was a real reduction in load management.
Yeah, B.A., and I liked it. The stars played more early on, but we also saw a lot of them get banged up by the playoffs. So it seems there's still a balance to be struck.
Down low. Here's Kleba. Drops in the layup for 2.
And it gets even worse for them. I mean, he just waltzes down the lane, extending their advantage. Not good.
Well, it's not going to get any easier if they can't improve their defensive intensity. They got to show some fight.
And Vanderbilt slams it in.
Talk about taking advantage of the opportunity.
How about the anticipation right there that led to the steal? Then he goes straight to the bucket.
Turning great defense into great offense. That's the kind of stop you're looking for.
Back to Sexton. Kessler a screen. To the middle. Just 5 to shoot. Len pulls it in. Los Angeles has gone only 1 of 4 from the perimeter here in this fourth quarter. James deciding where to go with it. Inside. Here's Kleba. Rebounded by the Jazz. Outside Sexton. Pass to Collier. Collins with it. He's checked by Kleba. To the paint. Kleba with a steal. Into the lane. And finished off by Kleba.
Just a strong finish there, guys.
Hey, needed just one hand to do it. Outside Sexton. Markkanen against Vanderbilt. Collins a screen. 6 on the shot clock. Can they get it? Unable to get that one.
And he almost made them regret defending him so loose. Let's face it, this one was never really in question. They came out with purpose for the Lakers.
And you don't usually see this kind of blowout, but tonight they delivered the punishment.
I mean, what's showed they were without a doubt the better team.
And give them credit for what'll be their 38th win of the year.
And that'll put a little extra meaning on their next game. No team wants to go 0 for 4 against an opponent, no matter who it is.
And when you look at the game, the one thing that helped fuel this team to victory was the efficiency for Luka Doncic.
Gotta respect the leadership he showed today. Made great reads and distributed the ball accordingly.
And he lobs it up top. Milton with a steal. Kessler against James. 26 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Lynn is good.
This has to feel good. They gave their fans a show and secured the W.
Yep, the crowd gets to go home feeling good about the win tonight. Their team looked impressive.
Markkanen outside. From outside, off the mark. Now, here is James. So we see the Lakers taking the W here. They didn't have too many problems tonight.
They didn't. Just a tremendous team effort. Once they had that big lead, they were not going to let the visitors back into the game.
All right, let's send it down to Allie LaForce, who's with our player of the game.
Well, Luka, many feel that this team is exceeding expectations. How do you keep this rhythm going?
Yeah, we just got to keep going like that. Don't listen to anybody. Just be ourselves, play as a team. And that's our key.
You got it. Thanks.
All right, Allie, good stuff there. Thanks for that. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. With Grant Hill, Stan Van Gundy, and Allie LaForce, this is Brian Anderson saying thanks for watching the NBA on 2K Sports. And as we leave you, here's a look at our player of the game, Luka Doncic.